Hello everyone, my name is Fatina Jiha, and in this video we'll be taking a look at the history behind ocean exploration. So firstly, let's take a look at the outline. So here's the outline. There's quite a few topics, but rest assured, I will do my best to make it brief. So let's start it. The antiquity. There are much in here, but you need to take note about the Polynesians, the Phoenicians, and the Greeks. The Polynesians are well known as among the first to travel out and explore the ocean through their migration in the South Pacific, while the Phoenicians they are acknowledged for their skills in shipbuilding and navigation, and the Greeks they have Herodotus, a historian that compiled a map of the known world with Red Sea as the center. Next is the Vikings of Middle Age. They are well known as master navigators and sailors, and in the late 10th century, the Vikings had discovered not only the North America, but had also established the North American settlement of Vinland, now also known as Newfoundland in Canada. So each of discoveries, things are getting a bit more detailed. So in this time period, you need to remember three persons, which is Christopher Columbus, Vasco da Gama, and Ferdinand de Magellan. For Christopher Columbus, he rediscovered North America. He thought it was India, but it was not. But Vasco da Gama achieved what he didn't. He was the first European to reach India by sea. And then Ferdinand de Magellan, he had the most notable achievement during this time period due to his circumnavigation of the globe. His travel was long and arduous, and only 2 out of his 5 ships survived the departure from Spain. He discovered also what is now known as the Strait of Magellan, and the first European to cross the Pacific Ocean. He also provided evidence as to the theory that Earth was round, or is a globe, due to his circumnavigation. 18th to 19th century. In this time period, we have James Cook, famous for his 3 voyages in the Pacific and Australia in particular. We also have Charles Darwin. He's the guy who is famous for his theory on evolution. And HMS Beagle was the ship in which Charles Darwin sailed around the world. And the rich variety of animals, the diversity that he saw on the voyage had led him to develop his theory. We also have Charles Thomson. He is considered as the foundation to oceanography. He was one of the first marine biologists to describe life in the ocean depth. So this guy, he went on a voyage on HMS Challenger, which lasted 1,000 days and covered more than 68,000 nautical miles. Many consider it to be the first to oceanography expedition because it yielded a wealth of information about the marine environment. So I guess that's why he's considered as the foundation. Next, we have Albert I Monaco. He's a prince. He devoted much of his life to oceanography, exploration and science, and even established the Oceanography Museum of Monaco. In the 20th century, we witnessed a lot of technological development in regards to the field of oceanography. Firstly, we have Bathysphere, which is the first ever deep sea exploration vessel. Then we also have the first aqualung regulator, which allowed us to first experience what scuba is. And then we have the Bathyscaphe 3, which is a deep diving research bathyscaphe which reached a record depth of about 10,911 meters in the Challenger D of Mariana Trench near Guam in the Pacific. It was the first vehicle to explore the trench with a crew of 2 people. We also have the Le Nautil. The Nautil is a manned submarine which can dive a depth of 6,000 meters with a crew of 3. It is one of the very few manned deep-sea submarines and had been used to examine the wreck of the Titanic and to search for the black boxes from Air France Flight 447. With that, we are done with the history, so now let's take a look at how ocean exploration are done currently. So modern oceanography development, there are plenty, but the basic ones are the submersibles, the geographic information systems, the sonar, and the satellites. To conclude, ocean exploration is very important effort that we should keep up. Till today, just 5% of Earth's ocean have been explored and charted, especially the ocean below the surface. Moreover, the ocean holds unmeasurable potential as a resource for us, so more focus on oceanography needs to be pursued. And more important than anything, we must acknowledge the threats and pollution that is currently harming our ocean and take measures to prevent the destruction of these untapped resources. And to end this video, I would like to quote Sylvia All. Most of the ocean has never been seen by anybody, let alone explored. Even in the same place, every day is different. Every minute of every day is a constantly dynamic system. That's our ocean. Well, thank you for listening. That's all from me. Thank you.